channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is Alan DeBrincat, and today I'm going to review the new Netflix film, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. This movie is brought to us by Sony Pictures Animation, and this movie stars Abbi Jacobson, Danny McBride, Olivia Colman, Eric Andre, and Maya Rudolph. A family's road trip has gone wrong when a bunch of technology androids goes out and uprise the world, so it's up to the Mitchells to go out and save the world. This film was originally going to be called Connected. This movie was meant to come out last year, but of course, I basically shouldn't say why it didn't come out last year, because everyone knows. So, this movie is scheduled to Netflix this year, and I forgot this movie is still existing. When I saw the trailer for Connected, what it was originally called, I was like, this movie looks ridiculous. But I found out that this movie is from the people who brought us the Lego Movie and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. They bring us some of the best comedies in animated film. They bring a lot of fast-paced animation. So I literally forgot that this movie is coming out. It's because of the new title they're bringing us, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. I saw the trailer, I'm like, this movie looks oddly familiar. And I'm like, that's the trailer that I saw a year ago. So, this movie is finally coming out this year. This movie just came out on Netflix, and I haven't seen any reviews for this movie when I watched this film. I was literally just watching this movie very, very blind and seeing what this movie comes. And honestly, guys, I literally watched this film, and I literally watched out of this film. I don't know how to explain it with a Netflix film. When I finished watching The Mitchells vs. the Machines, I think to myself, this is one of the best movies of the year so far. This is one of the best animated films of the year. Absolutely. I had a blast with The Mitchells vs. the Machines. I didn't expect a movie like this to be as great as I thought it would be. I think the thing that really stands out for me with The Mitchells vs. the Machines is the animation. If you're familiar with Into the Spider-Verse animation, it has that here. But also, this animation has its own style to it. I think the animation was absolutely fantastic in this film. There's a lot of moments in the film where you see the characters' thought bubbles comes up, and it's all like 2D drawing animation. And I find that animation really, really clever. And the animation just looks really colorful and beautiful in this film. The people who did the animation for The Mitchells vs. the Machines, they did a really good job. And the animation definitely makes this film much more fun to watch, because there are some animated bits that I'm like, that is real creative. I've never seen animation like this before. Also, the characters in this film was really well done. The whole Mitchells family. I love this family. This family brings out a lot of humor and a lot of heart. Let's talk about the main character of this film, Katie, voiced by Abbi Jacobson. Now, this character I feel so related to because she's basically sort of like the female version of me, or the animated version of me. She loves films like I do, and this film shows a lot of pop culture references to other films, which is awesome, and she wanted to go to film school like I go to film school. So I feel really related to her character. But I think her character in this film was very, very great in this film. I think Abbi Jacobson does a really good job voice casting her. But I think the thing that really surprised me about this film is her chemistry with her dad, played by Danny McBride. I love their chemistry in this film because it feels so relatable. You know, like, Danny McBride's character who plays the dad in the film is very old school. He wants a lot of family time, but of course the family is now surrounded with technology, which is the new thing that happens right now. And of course the dad is very, very old school. He wants to basically spend time with his family, and his chemistry with his daughter was really good in the film because they both want different things, and they're slowly starting to connect in this film. And they first don't want anything to do with each other, and throughout the entire film they're basically connecting with each other. And I really like that chemistry in the film. I think the chemistry between Katie and her dad was a strong point of this film. But also, this film is hilarious. Some of the best comedy that I've seen this year, especially from the little brother in the film, which cracks me up so much in this film. This character in this film, all he cares about is dinosaurs. And this character was just awesome in the film. He cracks me up so much. Just that voice acting. I don't know who voice acted him, but whenever you hear his voice, I already cracked up. It's just a perfect voice casting for this character. And of course, the pug in the film. It's just one of the most adorable things I've ever seen, but brings up a lot of humor in the film as well. But another big surprise with The Mitchells vs. the Machines, this movie has action scenes. Holy crap, the action in this movie was so badass. I love the action in this movie. It's so much fun to watch, and I didn't expect this movie to be much of an action movie. Like, from the trailers, yes, it shows action, but I didn't expect this movie to have as much action as I thought it would be. This is a fun action movie as well. Like, the action, like I said before with the animation, they use some creativity with it. I think the action was a lot of fun in the film. It gets me really pumped. I like when I see a family or a team working together to stop these androids. I think that is really, really cool to see in the film. And of course the villains of the film, the technology, this new technology robots, they're also well developed. And the villain of this movie, I'm not going to spoil who the villain is in the film, but I think the villain was even developed very, very well in this film. But I think the big strong point with the Mitchells versus the Machine, it's all about family. It's all about this family connecting together again, and it brings a lot of heart to this film. Actually, there's a lot of emotional moments in this film that I thought I was going to figure out. And I honestly was in tears in a couple scenes. Like, this movie is also really great at basically developing this family, showing them how realistic it is. Even though the plot of this movie is ridiculous and it's very fictional, the family aspects of the film felt real for me, and I really enjoy this family element of the film. Guys, I'm literally going to say this. I have no flaws with the Mitchells vs. the Machines. From start to finish, this movie is one of the most creative, one of the most original, and one of the most fun films that I've seen in 2021 so far. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is a great film about family bonding. It's a great movie about saving the world. It's a good team-up movie. It's definitely another great movie that Sony Pictures Animation has done. It's because of Phil Miller and Chris Lloyd. I just want to see more movies with them doing Sony Pictures Animation films, because they make Sony Pictures Animation basically the next Pixar right now. And I want them to make more films like this. As long as they are involved in most films, like Clay with the Chance of Meatballs, Into the Spider-Verse in this film, I think they are going to be like the next icons for Sony Pictures Animation. They're going to make Sony Pictures Animation better again, because The Mitchells vs. Machines, probably so far, is one of my favorite films I have seen this year so far, and one of the best animated films of the year, totally. Sorry, Raya the Last Dragon, but I think The Mitchells vs. the Machines took that. I'm going to give The Mitchells vs. the Machines an A+. So guys, that is my review for The Mitchells vs. the Machines, or Connected, whatever you want to call it. Let me know what you think of this film. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it was okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest movie reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.